Hi, everybody. Woohoo!
Hello.
We are back. And we are back. Hello, Mark is here with us today. Thank you for being here, Mark. And Terri,
Yep.
Kigaru, Tarot is here.
Yep.
And thank you all for being here in the chat already and starting us off um, on our Thursday medium show. So thank you. Thank you all. Big shout out to Craig. I hope you're feeling better. Craig was not feeling well yesterday, and he's recuperating at home.
Good.
Hello to Lisa and Aquila and Viviani. It's nice to see you all. Shaw Woman and who else? Lottie and
Shaw woman.
Shaw Woman. Okay, I think I got who's here so far. Yeah. So thank you for being here. What's been going on, Mark? Poor Mark lost his wallet. So if anybody finds it,
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I see somebody notices Alaska. She's upside down as usual with her legs straight up in the
oh
air,
my God, Alaska, you are a hoot. Look at
sound asleep, and Buttercup's with me in the chair. Oh, you can't
that.
see her. She's behind me.
Oh yes.
Always got her spot. I just same old same thing. I just try to keep busy
Hi,
doing
Lisa.
stuff, and
Uh-huh.
come on a couple days a week and do readings. I don't know, but
I'm
it
on
seems
a
like there's
couple
a
of.
lot going on. And
So
plus, here in
Lisa's gonna.
town, it never stops. The weather never stops.
So
Yeah, at
Mark
least it's
doesn't
in
know
Louisville.
exactly where he lost it. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
yeah. I think it's stolen, Lisa, at this point.
Yep.
But Lisa's where they had tornadoes touching down today and last
Oh
night.
no! Today? Really? Oh dear.
Today, I saw that
Yeah.
they touched down 5 times today in Louisville, it said.
Oh.
But they're brief, like
Yeah.
really quick, and then just.
Oh boy, nothing like those Mississippi towns that just one town is just completely flattened. And then, but isn't this more activity than normal in that area? Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, I thought
Like
so.
they said, they never really had heard of that many
Yeah.
hitting Louisville, like in one. So yeah, everything's unusual these days about the weather.
Right close to your house, Lisa? Oh dear, be very careful. So
Yeah.
hi, Arlene, and hi, Lisa Foster. I'm sorry, we said hi to you. Teresa, I'm sorry. And yes, hip sweatshirt, Mark, Arlene says. Yeah,
It's
pretty cool.
got some fuzzy bears on it.
Fuzzy bears.
But
Yeah.
tie-dye is my favorite color, especially rainbow tie-dye. I can't ever
That's
pick
right.
one color. It's like, I want them all, please.
That's okay. That keeps you colorful, Mark.
Yeah,
Terri, what you been up to, girl?
Well, I am trying to get my taxes done.
oh,
Yuck.
Yeah. So just that right now. Trying between rainstorms. I'm fixing one of my decks. Actually, I took it completely apart except for the structure, and I'm rebuilding it. But
Wonderful.
as soon as it quits raining, I can put the deck back on it.
If it ever does, I know. It's a little chillier than normal this time of year, so I still have mice visiting, and they come at night, of course, because they're nocturnal, and a couple of times they were on my bedside table staring at me.
oh, how cute.
I'm not really afraid of them because I used to have a hamster when I was a kid, but I just don't like the fact they're running around my house. My dog's eyes went like this when they first saw them. It was like, and so they keep going to where they saw the mice and smelling over there.
Kitty cat. My cats have caught a few in the past few weeks. Caught a few mice because
do they eat them? Do they try to eat them?
They just usually bring them to me.
They do. They're gifts. Okay.
Yeah, they kill them or torture them or something unless I rescue them. I rescued one mouse, of course, and a bird this week.
Okay.
Wow.
What kind of bird? What kind of bird did you rescue?
A little sparrow was in the house flying all around. I know Meriwether probably caught her and brought her in.
Oh.
But I got her out.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Awesome. So I'm going. All right, Cindy. Hi, I got your question. I will click on it and we will get to it. If anybody else has any questions, do as Cindy did, if you would, and put in capitals. That's helpful. I was telling Mark and Terri that I've been watching the news with Well, there's been a lot of news out today about Clarence Thomas getting all kinds of free stuff from the GOP donors, going and not telling people about it. And then,
surprising.
oh, I know, it's very surprising. And then today in Tennessee, they're expelling 3 people for protesting against gun control and such. And it's just getting more and more fascist out there. And it's kind of frightening to me.
You have a right to have a gun, but you don't have a right not to.
Right.
I mean,
right.
to protest.
Well, why do they need an AR-15? That's just for really. That's if you want to have a gun, that's fine. But I don't know why you need a.
You don't.
AR-15. No,
that's the thing.
You don't. You don't. Even people in the military say that it's for military use, or it's for it's for people like you don't go out and use an AK-15 to kill a deer, for instance.
Yeah, but now you can't even be against it without them.
Yeah, that's right, because they're Democrats and it's a Republican-run House, so they just expelled them. Yeah, and it's frightening to me. It reminds me of the McCarthyism and stuff. But anyway, we're here to talk about. Yeah, it is a sad day in Tennessee politics, and I think it's going to galvanize people, and I hope it does. I hope it galvanizes.
Excited though. I haven't been on since then, so.
Yep.
One big group.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens, but.
Hello, Sharon. Strawberry Rhubarb. It's nice to see you. Thanks for being here. All right, so I've got some questions here, and let's see. Hi, Laura Faye. Yes, happy Easter and Passover, and is it Ostara? I believe is the pagan holiday. So welcome. That. Yeah. All right. Yeah, Ostara is the pagan holiday.
Oh.
Okay. So we do have 2 ladies, but we have Mark, and so Mark, it's okay though. They
say hi, ladies.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay.
Do you see my son Connor getting into one of the law schools he applied to? He's applied to 8, and it has been rejected by 3. Okay, we'll take a gander.
One of the law schools.
Mm-hmm.
Connor.
Well, I believe he will, because they just showed me him like in a classroom, sitting at a desk, and it was not, it felt like a more important classroom. I would assume as a law class might, and they called his name, enrolled. So I think that would be a good indication. So Mark has something. I'm going to check my pendulum just in case.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I immediately heard yes. I feel like there's going to probably be more than one yes. You just haven't gotten to it yet. Because I feel like there still might be a choice that you have to make in it. But in the end, it's sort of like, thank heavens, I got what I was looking for. It might be just because these cards, it might be one that's a little farther away. So it might not be one of the closer ones you applied to. It might be a farther away one. Only because I got an airplane, so it might be a little bit of a distance. But I still hear that you will. It's at least one of those will be a positive response. I feel like 2, though, but
yeah.
Okay.
The pendulum said yes too.
Yeah, it's pendulum. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So I just pulled some clarity cards, and the first one I got is some closure will come.
Yeah.
He may be hot and cold about the choices that he has, but I also see that one will come with a generous offer. So I wonder if they'll maybe say, yeah, we'll give you, a scholarship or something like that. That might come along with it. So yeah, I wouldn't doubt that it something good will come from it. Yep. Good
Yeah.
luck to him. Yes.
That hot and cold makes me think he still might have a choice in it. It's not
He
like,
might have a choice.
yeah,
Yeah.
there might be more than one response and he gets to pick because one, anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you
Okay.
for the question, Cindy.
Thanks.
I'm going to close the questions after right now. I've got enough for us for the hour. I've got coming up. I have Maya, Miriam, Viviani, Sharon, Strawberry Rhubarb, Lisa, a light worker, Lisa Foster, and Craig Dixon. Okay, so we're all set with the questions that we need, and thank you for asking the questions. Maya wonders if she could have a birthday message from her brother Gilbert. His birthday's coming up, and he's been on her mind.
I feel like he always visits you at around birthday time. I feel like he does that every time.
Cool.
That's just the first thing I'm hearing. But you guys go ahead.
So, yeah, I think I'm seeing Gilbert on the stage. Thing is he's not presenting at whatever age he was when he died. He's presenting younger, and he's kind of tallish, light brown hair, and he's got a good sense of humor because the first thing he did is he said, "I'm kind of cheating," and I'm like, "Really? How are you kind of cheating?" He said, "Because it's my birthday. You know, his birthday's coming up, but he gets to look younger than he was." So
Cool.
I'm like, well, if you got it, you got to do that.
Yeah.
If you can do that, you got to do that. So, what else? What do you have to say? And he's all fancied up, like a noisemaker and a hat and the whole thing. And he's like wanting to let you know that please celebrate everything, not just his birthday, not just when he passed. He said, "Life is for celebrations. Life is to have fun, and so take advantage of that little note and have fun. Celebrate things that matter to you." And he's saying, "I love you, sis." It blows his little horn, those little things that roll up, and you know.
Mm-hmm. That's cool.
I,
That's cool. All right.
Yeah, cool. I love it. Valentina. Well, I feel like this is what I'm feeling from him. First of all, Maya, he's coming across like a little bit of a jokester, like a little bit of a brother, like he might have teased you, he liked to tease and play with you or something like that. So there's a little bit of a teasing, in a good-hearted way, kind of a thing. And that might even be why he was showing himself a little younger to Terri. There's sort of this playfulness, brother and sister playfulness. And so I think he thinks about that. Even if he was a lot older, it's still, that's something, his relationship with you was something that he cherished. And he thinks of that often. I'm also feeling like he messes around a little bit with you. I get this rabbit in a hat, a little bit like little trickery or giving you a sign or kind of moving something, or if there's something you've thought of him about, he says, yes, it was me, I did it. So I think he's like interacting a little bit. Like I get this alarm clock, but it's like I feel like he's giving you a little signal or a little rings a little bell or something around this time. He does more than just visit. He does something. He like makes something physical happen, especially right around his birthday. So this is like confetti. You can't see it very good on here, but it makes me think.
Oh, yes.
And there may be a sign or signal, something coming on his actual birthday. Yeah. Okay.
I have to add one more thing. I usually don't like to, but because Mark brought up the fact that he's doing something, playing with something, he also had shown me he does card tricks. Card tricks. I don't know anything more about it than that, but he showed me card tricks.
Okay.
That would go kind of like that rabbit in a hat too.
Yeah, that when you said that, I remembered the card.
Oh, look, he plays with the lights and water, she says.
Oh, okay. Okay. Wow. Well, but that's funny that you say that, because of course cards could be cards as well, or real cards.
Yeah.
So I pulled up your eternal spirit and I get a higher self and sacred intuition. He's saying, trust in the messages that I'm sending you. Yes, you're right. It is me. When you think it's me, it is me. Trust in your own sacred intuition. And he says, sometimes you might feel like, oh, is that him? Or do I go this way? Or do I go that way? Or who is it? You're a little uncertain. But he says, you're really spot on. You need to trust yourself more. And that's the last card I got, was trust. He wants you to trust. Absolutely. So awesome. Thank you so much. Plays with the lights in the water. That's a riot. That's great. Thank you so much, Maya. Thank you for your question. So Miriam, you're in massage school. Oh, well, that's wonderful. Congratulations. Yes, we will look into see what that, I would say that sounds like a really good place for you to be and what you're doing. Wow.
Miriam.
Well, right away on the stage, I see a being, I think like an angel, kind of giving a massage to somebody, and they kind of look at me and they say, how could it not go well? How could it not? It's going to go so well. You're giving pleasure to people. He said, sometimes you are hurting. Sometimes when you got a knot, they have to work it out. But in the end, it's all good. It all helps people. He said, how could you not do well? So, what a pun. How could you not do well? Okay.
Absolutely.
That's all I got.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I feel like, you're kind of called to that. It's like a way to be of service in one way. That's what I'm kind of getting from this orange card. It's sort of a gut connection there, or deep down, sort of a good thing. But it's going to go well. I get the Wheel of Fortune. Yep, it's good for you. It's going to, you're going to get into it, stuff like that. At the same time, when I'm drawing the cards, I'm hearing you're going to probably specialize or end up seeing that some aspect of it you really get into. And I'm hearing something like And maybe I'm completely, cuckoo. Um, like acupressure, not
Ooh.
pressure, yeah, acupressure, where
Mm-hmm.
the pressure you hold like on hands and feet and stuff. That might be something you really enjoy. A little bit of, your hands. I'm hearing. Um, there'll be a little bit of, your hands are going to be sore.
Well,
So it
that's
takes a
very
little.
possible.
It's going to have to
Yeah.
build up. It's like building up strength in your hands a little bit as well. They're not
Uh,
quite, there's going to be a little bit of that happening, I feel like. But I also think you're going to like it. And it's going to be kind of a broader thing than maybe you're thinking. And you might zero in on a couple of things that really speak to you. But it's going to be great, positive.
Wow. All right, Miriam. So what I get here is that you are an anchor. You will be providing security and safety, and you will be there'll be a strong bond and an unwavering dedication to your this venture for you. You're going to build up a lot of customers that will really be happy to have you and value you. And I know that that's important for to get a clientele built up. And but I agree with Mark with the hand thing. I know that there is some getting used to it, but it says here people will tell you all kinds of things while you're massaging them. There's no hidden feelings, really. It's like being a hairdresser, only it's even more private. So that just so you know, but you are the one in the driver's seat, and so you're pretty much you're going to run. You will be able to determine how many you want, how many work for a day. Some people will do only like 2 or 3 a day. I've been to one that has done 6 in a day. I don't know how they can do it, because that's an hour, 6 hours of working on somebody. So, oh, but I think you're going to do really well, Miriam. Thank you very much. Yeah. Oh, it does feel like a calling. Yep. Oh, you're also interested in Jin Shin Jitsu? Wonderful. Well, I know that Juno can help you with that. So
And the
that's awesome.
acupressure. I know they kind
Yeah.
of, there's some little side thing that you're going to really like, I think.
Yeah. That's awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah. All right. So Viviani is looking for either a message or some guidance from Spirit.
Hi, Viviani. She's always so helpful,
She is.
moderating and stuff.
Hello, Jenny. Hi, Teresa.
Message for Viviani. Are you planning a trip, Viviani, by any chance? Yes. Go ahead.
Um, hmm. I'm they're showing me something that I don't quite understand, but but what the thing they're showing me that I don't understand is that the feeling it's giving to me is like a reward. I It makes me feel like you're going to get some unexpected money, like something that's going to enhance your finances in the near future, like in the next month or two. And what they're showing me, I can't even really describe what it is. It's just more like a feeling that I'm seeing that just somehow, hmm, has some sort of reward to it.
Hmm. Okay.
Mhm. Well, as I'm, just asking, and I was kind of like asking to give me something specific because I read for you sometimes and it'll come more general a lot of times with you, Viviani, because I read for you every once in a while. But what kept coming out was about travel. So
Okay.
I know you said you were thinking about it, but it feels like that's what's coming. That's the message. Not sure if I should go overseas. So I get all the travel vehicles and the world. So it made me think like you're going out of country.
Ah,
Um,
and that's what she's thinking about, going
I
overseas.
know. And
Yeah.
that then they also give me the rainbow card, but I just feel like it's what are they saying? It's a fulfilling trip. It like sort of serves you in all areas, I think, if you decide to go forward with it. And then after that, not only do you get the rainbow, but also the sun. It's too bright. I
Ah,
can't ever show
there
you.
you go.
Um,
Okay. Wow.
so, think a little bit more about that vacation. They act like they want you to go somewhere. And it's interesting you said you were wondering about going overseas. And then they did give you the protection card. So I think they're telling you, you'd be safe. They'll be watching over you and stuff like that. I guess I'm going overseas.
Well, that's fabulous.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I don't want to be a party pooper. The card I got was no, it's not yet time.
Okay.
But it says here it's not the divine right time. The opportune moment is approaching. And then it says all is in perfect timing. So I think you're going to maybe find out something. Maybe you'll find a really good, like a bargain on some overseas
Right.
travel, and so just keep looking, that it will show up for you. It will definitely show up for you. It says that the angels are helping you along the way, just like what Mark had said. Right. In the meantime, it says be a light to others, which is what you are anyway. But it says here, I don't know if you can see that. You have a powerful message to share. Shine your light on the world so that others can learn from you. So there you go. Yeah. Yep. I think you're going to go. I just, yeah, it's gonna make itself known in right time.
I know. And after Allie said that, that rainbow thing card made me think about you bringing your own unique self and what you've learned and grown to those overseas. It's like bringing you to them, sort of. And that
Yeah,
was another reason to go. It's like an energetic.
an energetic pull.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Wow. All right, Viviani. So I'm not sure that but Sharon did lose her son.
Oh no.
A few, I don't know. It's been a few years, but he was a young man,
Uh-huh.
and she wonders if she can get a message from him.
Jordan.
Thanks, Laura.
I just did an animal tale about a howler monkey named Jordan. So I was like,
He was 13, she said. Yeah.
oh, he was 13.
Yeah.
That's so young, 13.
I know he was very young. Hello, Hilda. Thanks for listening.
It's going to take me just a moment because I feel like my heart's in the way a little bit. So
Well, okay. You take your
let me
time.
take a moment.
That's what you get for having such a big heart.
Mm-hmm.
have to switch cards. Just a second.
Okay. Well, I'll start with what I have so far. So I feel like, I kind of see you on my stage, and it's like you're on your own show. You're on your show, you're doing your thing. But now I see Jordan in back of you. And he says that he watches you during the shows and he helps you. That he's saying sometimes he nudges a card your way, like it forward, puts it forward so you discover. And that he now, from his perspective, he really, really is interested in what you're doing. He's really supportive of what you're doing because now he sees it from a whole different thing. He said, I'm sorry, Mom. Sometimes I was embarrassed, but I'm not any longer. Now I know. Now I know how important your work is, what you do for people, how much the world needs your messages.
Mm-hmm.
And he does show me something by way of message, but I'm not sure I'm interpreting it right. But he's showing me a banana peel and like a skateboard. It's like he's flipping up a skateboard, but there's something to do with the banana on it. I don't know. So I'm not sure what that evidence is exactly, but something about a skateboard, something about a banana peel, or being a joker. Maybe he's saying being a joker.
Hi.
But he is a delightful young man, and he's very, very whole different perspective now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Wow. I just pulled one card for you, Sharon. I was pulled to a message card of surrender, and he's actually saying, I am so glad you have surrendered to passion, Mom. You have found somebody that has bringing you passion, and you found what you do brings you passion. It says, anytime you don't feel that way, get out of your head and feel the fire in your belly. Focus on the people or activities that ignite your passion and continue to let it flow. That's what I get from him for you, Sharon. Wow.
Banana peel and skateboard. Yeah. Strawberry rhubarb. I hear. Well, the first card that jumped out was mother. So just him, and she's holding her little one, and just that was what zoomed him in. Took him a little bit to get here. It seemed like today for me, and I was going like, why? Why? He said, well, I'm busy preparing the next phase or something. I feel like his soul is like kind of moving along, and he might be preparing to reincarnate or something like that. Not necessarily, not with you or anything, but I feel like he's sort of busily working on that. That's what I'm hearing. But he also says, I'm wondering, yes, he's very busy on the other side. I agree with that. It's like figuring out all the turns and corners. I get the maze, but that to me is just telling me he's busily looking at the tracks and figuring out where to go next. So he is kind of planning that, for his soul, or his soul's planning it. I'm curious, does he have a gravesite or something? Do you visit his gravesite? I know that's a weird question, but because I don't know, he may have been, cremated. But he says whenever, I don't know if you visit there or whatever, but when you're thinking about him and you're right there where he is, he communicates with you. And, he tells me and she hears me, and we can communicate back and forth.
He was cremated. Yeah.
So then he's talking about, I don't know if you have his ashes or something. The only reason I'm saying that is because graveyard comes up, which is such a weird card to come
Oh
up.
yeah.
It makes me think
Yeah.
you might talk to there's an altar or something in honor of him.
Uh-huh.
And then when you're there with it, or when you pay attention to it, he comes to you. Like, I know you guys talk back and forth, and I'm pretty sure you know that too. But he says, and you're good at that already. Listening and paying close attention. He says you can hear him. And he wants to tell you, for you to fully be you. He feels like you've made some changes and, elevated in some ways, raised your consciousness, and he just wants you to fully go for it. Fully go for it. Yeah, I know you talk back and forth. He's pretty clear about that. So, he's really aware of your, psychic abilities. I don't even know if he knew about that when he was here, or maybe he did, but that they developed quite a bit since then. And he really wants to push you to go more with it, Anyway, that's what I'm hearing.
Wow. That's awesome. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you. Lots of love to you, dear. Okay.
I think he had a good crossing, though. I do want to throw that in there. That you've been holding back. His transition was quite lovely, only because he gives me, it was more than he could imagine. Because I get the purple, the white, and the crown. So it's like that transition was really great. He felt like, a king, or he felt it was very fulfilling. So even though he left young, he was greeted there with like fanfare, and
that's wonderful.
It was an accomplishment.
Wow. Oh, that's good.
He had a really good crossing. I agree with that, sweetie.
Thanks, Sharon. Lots of love to you, dear. Okay. Lisa's got lots of hearts there. All right. Hear from her guides.
Lisa.
Oh, he died instantly and did not know he was dead at first. That's what I hear. If you die instantly, sometimes people have said when they have talked to them from the other side that they were confused. They were sort of walking around wondering what happened. Wow.
Oh,
sorry to hear that, dear. But no pain.
I used to see a lot of, there was a lot of angels around him or something right then. Just came to his aid.
Support. Hi, Miss Mims. It's good to see you. Hope your day is better.
Hi, Mims. Here's a blessing.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. So, Lisa, the first card I get is that you are surrounded by protecting love. And look at the kitty cat you're holding on to. So, in other words, you not only are surrounded by love, but you surround with love those that you come in contact with, as well as animals. Looks like you've been spending a little bit of time in reflection. And I think that's giving you some insights that you have been wanting some answers for. And the last card I get is you are ready for whatever it is that you have been reflecting upon. So I love this card. Look at you just sitting there looking at sort of outside, and it's springtime and there's lots of flowers around you and such. It says you're ready. The timing is right for you with whatever it is that you've been pondering.
Wow. So, as I tuned into your spirit, Lisa, I immediately on my stage saw the Mary Poppins movie from Disney. You know where there's a one scene where they go to the park and they ride the carousel, but it's all in cartoons. I'm seeing you doing that. You're on the carousel, you're riding a horse, you're moving forward. And I just get the feeling that all is okay. I think that's what they're saying is this spring, you're moving forward, you're doing well. Just all is well with you. And it's such nostalgia looking at that scene. It's just so pretty and cute. And I also heard as I was kind of trying to like make sense of this picture, as they said, magic. There's a little bit of magic in your life right now. There's just magic and love and growth and moving forward. That's what I got.
Yep. Yep. I agree with both of these lovely ladies, all the things they said. I feel like, like a lot of us, during COVID, that 2 years and since, you've done a lot of thinking, and you've allowed yourself to push past some limits that were set on you before. It's like you've become more of who you are. And again, Spirit is saying, you be you. Don't do it for others. Don't give a hoot. Be you fully, Lisa. They hope you're hearing that your individual, unique perspective is what they want you to be. It won't necessarily be exactly like everybody else's. There'll be similarities and stuff, but you have your own individual. And they want you to go for it now. No matter your age, we're moving forward. They're also saying you're getting better at hearing us. I know you've been working on that. Listening, pay close attention. And I put all these cards up, and then these two came out again. But so they want to just say that they're working with you, and they're suggesting things. And sometimes it just seems like a good idea you hear, until you figure it out. It could just seem like you're thinking clearly or something, but they're saying they're already communicating with you. They want to cooperate and work with you like co-creators. So that's that whole idea of, what if I was able to live my life in partnership with Spirit, with love, and move forward? How would that be? It would be like these two little dogs carrying a stick together, because Spirit will work with you, giving you what works best for you, what lifts you highest, and everyone else concerned. Spirit's always concerned with, what's that phrase, the most benevolent outcome. That's always their goal. So when you partner up, that's what you do together. And so all of that's just really encouraging you and wanting me to say out loud that they're already working with you, and that you're getting that thing of, wait a minute, is Spirit, am I actually communicating? And yeah, you are. And that they want me to say that out loud to you. Okay.
Yep.
Animals too for you. Animals in nature.
Animals. Oh, cool.
Will also is a way Spirit can communicate with you, is through that. Yeah.
So you are ready. Good for you. Wow. Thank you, Lisa. Okay, we have a light worker. Wondering if we could bring a message to her. Lisa says she's loud and clear. Even Pan, it seems. Absolutely all of you inspire. Oh, that's sweet, dear. You inspire us, too.
It's Pan's out there for everybody. Don't surprise me. Especially those of you that come to my channel, and you're one, and I know.
Yeah.
He's really bringing out your, connection there to nature. Okay. Light worker.
Hi, Wildflower. Good to see you. Viviani talks to Pan, too? Wow.
Well, these are people from my channel. So.
Pan's got a lot of fans. Yeah, I know.
Well, when they come to the channel, he works with them energetically. That was
Sure, of
one.
course.
That's why he
Yeah.
wanted me to start it, was so he could introduce.
And he can also work energetically with you if you watch it later. Is that true?
That's right. It happens
Okay.
Yeah.
whenever. It's like when you
Whenever.
watch it, it turns on for you. The energy
Okay.
goes for you. That's what he tells
Okay.
me over and over. So,
Okay. All right, a light worker. The first card I pulled was an explorer card, and it's a riot because it's like this person's underwater, but she's got lots of other things in her hand. She's got a compass, and she's got one of those helmets that you would wear if you were diving, and she's got a butterfly. And so there's a lot of different ways to explore. And so this card is saying, your guides are saying, you're doing that. You're exploring different areas, and you're good at a lot of different things. You're going to still find more things that you'll be good at. And it's just admonishing you to keep the faith. Sometimes you won't hear us. Sometimes it's you just know and intuit that we're there. Other times it's really hard because it's hard to live on the earth. So just remember to keep the faith always. And the last card I got was, you are divinely loved. We are here for you. Look at the stars in the hair of these people. In other words, we are all connected to the stars above, and we love you unconditionally. Thank you, dear.
Well, it's very rare that they ask me to find a card, not pull a card, to go find a card that they just burned into my brain for a second here. So this deck is the Priestesses of Light, and they showed me this card, Divine Feminine, and it says magnetic receptive power. And if you notice, she has a lot of light coming out of her hands. And that is exactly what I saw about you on my stage, too, that you just had a lot of light around you, light shining down, light emanating out of you. So I believe what they're suggesting here is maybe for right now, maybe kind of concentrate on that divine feminine in you. Yeah.
cool. Love it. Yeah. It's always great. I love to listen to what you guys get, because then, it all goes in my brain about, it's like what, I don't know. It all fits together like little puzzle pieces or something. Anyway, what I'm hearing for you, kiddo, a light worker, and I'm sure you are, is we're about to get going with something. There's some action coming. So I got the hangman upside down. So we've been contemplating, thinking, looking at a new perspective, thinking about new ideas, but we're right side up again. So it's time to go. We're going to be moving into some action. But as we move forward, you want to stay connected to that high priestess, also that feminine, divine feminine. But that's also talking about your intuition, your connection to spirit. The high priestess is that in between, sometimes between heaven and earth. And so keep your spiritual awareness going, because this new adventure is going to include that. It includes that connection to your divine feminine, to your connection to spirit, your light worker abilities. And you're going to be getting here's the King of Wands, directions coming soon. So it'll be like an opportunity, a doorway opening. I don't know if you're looking for something, but I feel like there'll be a big go this way direction. And then Ace of Wands right after it, because it's directing you to this great opportunity that's fulfilling. And we get Wands, so that includes spiritually fulfilling, so I don't know, I like it. Wasn't at all, that was nowhere near my brain or nothing. That all just came out like a story. Okay.
What does Alaska think?
She says she's chasing squirrels.
Oh, okay.
She will start making little sounds, and
Like, I know it's like they run in their sleep.
dreamings.
It's very
It's
funny.
so cute.
Funny noise.
Yeah.
Okay. So we've got our Lisa Foster here wondering if she will be working with Nancy and the Little Orphan Kitty Rescue Group, pet sitting for they're volunteers. Well, I think if you even wanted to do that they would be absolutely thrilled because you are qualified beyond measure. Wow.
You're welcome, a light worker.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So true, so true.
Little kitties.
All right. So, Lisa, I get here that you are protected, but you might have to wait out the storm. I don't know. Do they have to do a background check or something? I don't think it's going to be a problem because the next card I got is my card. It's the Buddha. So the Buddha says you're fulfilling your destiny by doing it. And I think all of us could agree with that because you just are the cat lover of that we all know and love. And it says here that you might have to let go or cut out something in order to make time for it. But that you're wanting the change and you're wanting to do the work. And so whatever it is you're cutting out is just something extraneous that is not going to matter too much, but it will give you room for something to come in. So that's what I get.
Well, they gave me a super, super positive feeling about this. Like, yeah, for sure. But they also were the rather than words, though, I heard that this is still up to you. That you make the choice whether you're going to do it or not. But they of course think this would be a good thing for you, but they don't want to be telling you and overriding your decision or anything. It is still your decision.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I feel like, my dearest friend, Lisa Foster, because right away, speaking of Pan, who's always bugging me in my brain, well, this is like, one of the opportunities that you've created by asking for it. So this is one of the answers, or it's something you've like created or asked to manifest. I want a different, more money, different job. And this is one. This is like an answer to your prayer. Let's say that. Doesn't mean you have to take it, but he's saying it is a direct result of your working with spirit and a request. And so we're giving you one option. Doesn't mean it's the only option, but he wants you to acknowledge it as why it came. He wants you to make that connection of being a manifester and saying, I need a little extra finances. I need a little, and it would be great if I could get that by doing what I like, which would be taking care of more kitties, whatever. And maybe it's, convenient, close to you, something like that. So they're trying to fit your pictures. And he's saying, this is like something that's coming back from that.
Yep.
I like it. It's like, we do those manifestation things, and it's like, yeah, this is a comeback. This is, when you throw it out and it comes back, this is it. So be happy and grateful for that. Even if there still could be others behind it. It doesn't mean this is something you do for the rest of your life or anything. But it does say, be frisky. It's time to play. And know that this is something you created. A new opportunity for yourself to look at.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's so many beautiful animal people in our groups. Honestly, it's just it warms my heart. It really does. So, whatever you want to do,
your mind, your heart, and not like animals afterwards. After you've had raising your
raise your vibration, right?
Yeah, you not like them, but yeah.
All right. So the final one we got, I guess we just have to take a look at maybe some sort of area we can take a look at. He drove by the Warner Brothers studio when he was in California, and he felt a sense of oppression. And so he wonders if anybody else feels it. And I would have to say, not knowing too much about specifically Warner Brothers, but knowing a lot about how old-time producers, Jack Warner and others, treated their female actresses and so on, and the casting couch and everything. that I would get a feeling that there would be some oppression there. By the way, there's a really, really good show on Hulu about Brooke Shields and how she grew up in the industry. It's very, very well done. Yeah.
No, I haven't watched it yet, but I saw that was coming out. I bet that was
interesting. Yeah. Yep. It's very well done and worth. Yeah, Jack Warner was an SOB. Yeah. So, either of you feel anything?
Yeah, I actually do. I think he felt the right feeling, because I even, kind of feel Clara Bow here a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And her saying they're going to get their comeuppance or something like that. Mm-hmm. So I think that, yes, you're feeling the right feeling. I think that they have oppressed not just women, but other people. And eventually these things are going to come. I mean, they've already came out, but eventually there's going to be change. So I guess what I'm saying is that, yes, I feel the oppression, but I also feel some hopefulness that things will change on that
front. Okay, cool.
Right. Well, I feel like, number one, I think she was in the car with you, Clara. Mm-hmm. She gives me a ghost card, but I'm going to say it was her spirit. With you, and sort of, kind of like, what is it? Like a touring around the neighborhood, sort of riding with you and looking at things. And that came up. Also, it relates to this huge feeling that the world is going through of oppression. It's like worldwide oppression. I don't know if any of you might sense it a little. But like, if you're not a certain way, you're oppressed. I don't know. It's like, if you don't fit whoever's in charge pictures, then you don't care about you. So in some way, it's even like she's saying this was like a small picture of the big picture, but it's just as detrimental. Mm-hmm. It ends up the Grim Reaper. When you oppress people, it just takes their life away, really. And so I think in some ways she was also relating to the way this energy has expanded from Jack Warner or whatever. And there's a lot of people like playing with it, or, it's sort of like a blanket of it or something. Anyway, I don't know why she brought that up, but that's kind of what I'm hearing.
We got the Harvey Weinsteins and, and all those other folks that everything's sort of coming out of, into view. So.
Right. Look at like LGBTQ all of a sudden. Oppress them again.
That's unless oppress women again. They can't make their own choices. Yep. Hi, Wayne Rich. Okay, thank you, everybody. I'm going to just honor Miss Mims has asked us to, if we wouldn't mind pulling a card for the collective, then we will do that for everybody. And thank you all for your wonderful questions and for being here with us today. It was great to be back. And sorry we couldn't get everybody's question in today, but I do like and appreciate that we can do at least a reading for the collective.
I know it might take a little bit longer with the three of us, but actually you get a more comprehensive reading, I think, when you sort of combine the three things and whatever. So
yeah, I agree.
Great. We can't do as many, but what we do is thorough.
That's thorough is right. Wow. So I pulled a spiritual awakening card because so many of us have just woken up or are waking up or are upping our vibration. And I like this advice, and it's not easy to do, but it's based on a spiritual law. And it's the law of intention. And it says, give up complaining.
Ooh.
So we have to stop complaining, and we have to take ourselves out to do the work. In other words, sitting at home and complaining or bringing in all the negative stuff, like if, people have talked about Orange Man and other folk. we need to do more than complain. We have to set our intentions, and we have to work. All of us that are light workers have to work to lift up the planet. So there you go.
Well, the card I pulled was clairvoyance.
Ooh.
And it
Okay.
says inspiration, interpretation, and trust. And the word that really jumps out to me is that trust.
Yeah.
You can see the priestess is scrying. She's looking into her bowl with water and scrying. So I think that they're saying they're going to be increasing our ability to see things. And I don't necessarily mean with your eyes, maybe with your soul. But the real word that jumps out is that is exactly that's what this work is all about. We have to trust what we get and say it, even if it's scary. So,
Right. Yeah. And I think too, like what Allie was saying, like, for example, if you watch anything like that and Mr. So-and-so got indicted, and then you might go, yeah, but I wanted, I'm not satisfied.
Yeah, it's not good enough.
It wasn't the way I wanted. And it's like, well, don't complain about it. It's better for you just to be neutral and put your faith in love and a positive outcome than even worrying about that. Sometimes I don't even think our attention, it doesn't do much good just to go, for me personally, and it might just be me, a lot of times I'm guided to go neutral.
Yeah.
Don't focus on it, because it brings out all this anger and stuff in me that I don't really need. I don't, if I watch Marjorie Taylor Greene for 1 minute, I become livid. But no, I'm not really. She's just hurting my energy by me watching her. I don't need to watch. I just need to kind of divorce myself from her. Anyway, maybe that's just me. But the card I drew was Goddess, Mother Earth, the Goddess, Mother Earth. And what's Mother Earth? She's love. She's source. She's God with an ESS on it. And that's what we focus on. That's what we have faith in. In the end, you guys, Mother Earth's probably going to be the winner.
Yeah. They'll be here when we're gone. Yes.
I know. Try your best to focus on love. And I don't know that sometimes that sounds turkey. Like this week, Pam was saying, well, Mark, it's really simple. You're either on team love or you're not. It's as simple as that. Or we would say team hate, but it's like either you're there or you're not there. It's not really much bigger than that. It's kind of as simple as that. And you might need to remind yourself that over and over and over and over during the day. Oh, wait a minute. I'm on team love. And if that word is too namby-pamby, choose another one. But it kind of, I keep getting that. Don't get distracted.
Right.
There's so much noise and zaza. But let them have it. They're the ones that want all of it. And just keep focused. I am love. I am love. Anyway.
That's right. That's right. No, you're right.
Those cards all went together pretty good, I think.
They did go well together. Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. Please consider going over to sign up for Mark's channel if you haven't, and Terry's channel as well. And know that they also give private readings, and the information is on their channels, that how you can get a hold of them and find out what they charge and how they do it. And and check out Pan and what he does, and check out also some great readings with Terri and Jean and Joan and the other Terri. Fabulous channels and wonderful people. So thank you all for being with us today. Thank you for your questions, and sending love all out to you across the waves. Bye-bye. Bye, everybody.
Bye.